Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Craven Cottage provides the setting this afternoon as Fulham welcome Southampton for an intriguing fifth-round tie in the FA Cup with a place in the quarter-finals on the line. For Fulham, the past week in the Premier League has been one of mixed emotions. Most recently, on Thursday, they lost at home 1-0 to a resurgent West Ham, while before that on Sunday, Marco Silva's side secured a 2-1 victory at Craven Cottage over Tottenham. Today will be the third game in a row that Fulham will be playing at home. Their route to this stage of the competition came in the fourth round with a narrow victory away to Stoke City secured by a late Harrison Reed goal that demonstrated Fulham's ability to remain patient in tight cup ties. One interesting trend around Fulham's recent performances is how frequently their matches have produced goals, reflecting Silva's preference for proactive football, even when the margins are narrow. Let's hope for some of that again today. Southampton arrive in West London in 8th position in the Championship and off the back of a convincing 3-1 away victory over Sheffield Wednesday last weekend. Their fourth-round victory came in dramatic fashion also against Leicester City, winning 2-1 after extra time to book this trip to Craven Cottage. That result highlighted the resilience developing within the squad, and the Saints have built a reputation in recent weeks for refusing to fade late in matches. The visitors also travelled south on the back of a lengthy 9-match unbeaten run, a stretch of form that has strengthened belief around the club that they can compete with top-flight opposition on their day. Team news, and Marco Silva has made a staggering 9 changes to his team following a disappointing 1-0 defeat, as we said, against West Ham in the Premier League earlier this week. It's a massive shake-up with the Cottagers bidding to reach consecutive FA Cup quarter-finals this afternoon. Captain Tom Cairney and winger Samuel Chukwueze are the only players to keep their spots in the starting lineup. Harry Wilson does not feature in the squad after picking up a knock against Tottenham. Southampton boss Tonda Eckert chooses to make 4 changes to the side, who are, as we said, currently 9 games unbeaten in all competitions. The same strong run of form has seen them make a late push for the Championship playoff spots, and they will be hoping to continue that run at Craven Cottage. Jack Stevens and Shea Charles miss out on the matchday squad altogether, while Cam Bragg and Kuryu Matsuki drop to the bench. Southampton win the toss and elect to turn Fulham around, leaving the home side to kick off the tie. As expected, Fulham dominate possession in the opening moments, circulating the ball across the back line while Southampton settle into a compact defensive shape. Here come the Saints now. Azaz collects the ball in midfield and immediately looks forward, slipping a clever pass into the path of Larin, breaking down the right side. Larin has timed his run perfectly to avoid the offside trap and burst into the penalty area. The angle tightened rapidly though, and when he tries to flash across the 6-yard box, it sails harmlessly wide of everyone. But it's an early reminder that Southampton have arrived with attacking intent. Fulham attempt then to reassert control, yet Southampton continue to find encouraging moments when they break forward. Tom Fellows accelerates down the right flank moments later and swings in a dangerous delivery that Fulham managed to clear, but the Saints are already beginning to enjoy themselves in attacking transitions. Larin again finds space near the byline shortly afterwards and tries to delicately chip the ball back toward the centre of the box, but there's no teammate arriving there again in support. The early pattern is becoming clear. Southampton are not simply sitting deep, they are prepared to attack quickly whenever Fulham lose possession. The home crowd respond now as Oscar Bobb produces the first flash of individual brilliance for Fulham. The young attacker dances past 2 defenders on the edge of the box with delightful trickery before attempting to pull the ball back into the centre, but Jander deflects it behind for a corner. From the resulting delivery, Harrison Reed curls the ball toward Joachim Andersen, whose header loops high into the air before dropping gently into the arms of Southampton goalkeeper Daniel Peretz. It is the first attempt of the match, but hardly one to trouble the goalkeeper. Meanwhile, the travelling Southampton supporters continue to create a vibrant atmosphere beyond the goal. proudly displaying the commemorative kit marking 50 years since the club's famous FA Cup triumph in 1976. The legendary victory over Manchester United remains one of the competition's most romantic stories, and today's supporters dare to dream that another memorable chapter might be written. As the opening 10 minutes unfold, Southampton demonstrate impressive tactical flexibility. At times they attempt to build patiently from the back, yet they are equally willing to play longer passes into the channels for their runners to chase. The combination of direct and short passing approaches is unsettling Fulham's defensive rhythm. One particular dangerous counter-attack begins when Ryan Manning intercepts a Fulham pass deep inside his own half. Flynn Down strides forward with determination before releasing Azaz down the right. His cross aims for Larin, arriving centrally, but Andersen produces a well-timed intervention to concede a corner. Fulham gradually begin to find their attacking rhythm around the 15-minute mark. Samuel Chukwueze dribbles purposefully toward the penalty area, slips the ball through to Ryan Sessegnon inside the box. Sessegnon attempts to shoot, only to see his effort blocked. The loose ball drops to Oscar Bobb, who also finds his path to goal denied. Finally, Tom Cairney tries his luck with a volley from distance, but he scuffs the attempt badly. Despite the flurry of attempts, Fulham are not yet imposing themselves with authority. Southampton remain dangerous whenever they transition quickly. Azaz continues to be particularly influential in these moments. When he releases Scienza down the left flank, the winger initially hesitates before delivering a beautiful cross toward the centre, but again, Fulham defenders have to scramble nervously as the ball flashes across the box, but no Southampton defender once more arrives to apply the finishing touch. Oscar Bobb, meanwhile, is increasingly becoming the focal point of Fulham's attacking play. Since arriving in January, he has shown flashes of creativity, but is still searching for his first goal or assist for the club. On this evidence, the breakthrough feels close. Oh, what's happened here? Southampton's goalkeeper, Daniel Peretz, attempts to take a quick goal kick, but misjudges his connection completely. The ball ricochets off Manning and falls kindly for Rodrigo Muniz. It's a goal! He instinctively pokes the ball into the empty net. Craven Cottage explodes, but wait. The celebrations are cut short almost instantly. Referee Jared Gillett had already blown his whistle and disallows the goal, ruling that the ball was still rolling when Peretz took the goal kick. Well, Fulham players surround the referee in disbelief, while the Southampton defence breathes a collective sigh of relief. The decision feels unusual and slightly unsatisfying to the home supporters who well feel their team has been denied an opportunistic but perfectly legitimate strike. Well, the match resumes with renewed intensity. Fulham push numbers forward for a corner, only for the visitors to break away at pace. Scienza surges upfield with extraordinary determination, leaving defenders trailing behind him as he approaches the penalty area. With only goalkeeper Benjamin Lecomte to beat, he chooses to shoot rather than square the ball to Larin and is wide. Oh, the finish is so poor. Scienza pokes his effort wide of the far post. It's a miss that leaves Southampton supporters holding their heads in disbelief. Should he have passed there? Hindsight says yes. Against Premier League opposition, chances like that must be taken. Fulham respond by raising the tempo. Reed delivers another dangerous corner toward Andersen, whose powerful header is brilliantly tapped over the crossbar by Peretz. The home side now beginning to dominate territory as the first half progresses. By the 30-minute mark, they have already registered 11 shots without scoring, an unusually high tally that reflects their growing pressure. Yet for all Fulham's possession, Southampton's counterattacks remain the more threatening. James Bree now sends a superb cross across the penalty area toward Larin, who cleverly nods the ball into Scienza's path at the far post. The winger attempts a first-time volley, but the strike flashes wide, again lacking composure there. As halftime approaches, the game is becoming increasingly stretched. Southampton counter again through Azaz, who floats across toward teammates arriving in the penalty area, but again the delivery carries slightly too much weight, allowing Fulham to escape once more. I'm worried for Fulham because that midfield of Reid, Cairney and Smith-Rowe, they're not great at running back. The worry for me is when Fulham lose the ball, just how quick Southampton break and break with quality. Southampton are growing in confidence and look good on the counter. Fulham look increasingly stretched as they also push for the opener. If the visitors had a touch more composure in the final third, they'd be ahead by now. Here comes Oscar Bobb once more. He produces another moment of brilliance, twisting past defenders inside the box before delivering a dangerous cross that nearly results in an own goal, but has to settle for a corner. Still, the breakthrough refuses to arrive. We're deep into stoppage time. Southampton are on the attack. Bree delivers a teasing ball toward Larin in front of goal. The striker stretches desperately but cannot apply the decisive touch. The offside flag rises anyway. It's another example of a wasted opportunity for the Saints. Surely they can't keep missing these, and if they do, you have to fancy that Fulham will make them pay at the other end eventually. And there it is, the whistle follows shortly afterwards. Half-time arrives with the score still locked at 0-0. Despite Fulham enjoying greater territorial dominance, Southampton's counter-attacking threat ensures the contest feels perfectly balanced. Second half, and Southampton restart the match, but Fulham immediately increased the tempo of their attacking play. Perhaps they got an earful from coach Silva at the break. Within moments, Timothy Castagne advances down the right flank, clips across toward Rodrigo Muniz in a promising central position. The striker leaps confidently but cannot keep his header down, sending the ball over the crossbar. Fulham continue to apply pressure. Harrison Reid receives possession outside the penalty area, unleashes a powerful strike that Peretz gathers comfortably. The home crowd senses momentum building. This is much better from Fulham. For several minutes, Southampton struggle to escape their own half as Fulham circulate the ball with greater urgency. Yet the visitors still carry a constant threat whenever they recover possession. The match has entered a fascinating tactical phase. Fulham have a free kick now, which Reid will take. He sends it to the back post. Andersen is there. Saved! Peretz gets down low to make the save. The danger is not cleared though. Castagne! Go! The Fulham player is on hand to finish from close range, but wait a moment. The offside flag is up again. Fulham can't believe it. Replays confirm that Andersen moved too soon. The goal is correctly ruled out. 2 disallowed goals now for Fulham. Despite the frustration, the home side, though, continue to push forward relentlessly. Now it's Southampton's turn to break. Larin combines beautifully with Azaz before releasing Tom Fellows through on goal. The winger races toward the penalty area. He only has Lecomte standing between him and glory. He shoots, saved! His finish really lacked conviction. And the Fulham keeper saves with his legs. It's a moment that once more again highlights the dangerous speed of Southampton's transitions. It's also hard to believe that with all of Southampton's near misses, that was their first shot on target of the game. Marco Silva responds by introducing Alex Iwobi from the bench, replacing Tom Cairney, and the impact is immediate. Iwobi injects fresh energy into Fulham's midfield, linking quickly with Bobb before slipping a clever pass toward Muniz. The striker manages to dig out a shot under pressure, but the effort flies over the bar. You can see the difference straight away with Alex Iwobi. When you move the ball quickly, it causes problems for the opposition, and Fulham haven't been doing that enough. Southampton are not giving up. Azaz receives a pass from Manning inside the box and strikes powerfully toward goal. The shot deflects wickedly, looping toward the top corner. Saved! Benjamin Lecomte produces a magnificent fingertip save to push the ball onto the crossbar and away. Craven Cottage gasps in collective astonishment. Fantastic reflexes from the Fulham keeper to claw that one away. Southampton introduce fresh attacking legs with substitutions as the match enters its final quarter. Jander and Larin are replaced by Bragg and Stewart. Fulham continue searching for the breakthrough. Chance for Castagne, wide! A loose ball fell kindly from inside the box, but he drags his shot inches wide of the far post. The finishing in this game has been so poor. It's exciting to watch, but that bit of quality in front of goal has been lacking from both teams this afternoon. This game has been end-to-end for the most part. An enthralling FA Cup tie. Fulham now moving down the left as Smith-Rowe charges down the flank. He feeds Sessegnon in the box, but Harwood-Bellis makes a solid block as the Fulham defender got his shot off. On 82 minutes now, Scienza and fellows make way for Edoze and Matsuki. Southampton freshening up their attack. Sessegnon now is released inside the box. He smashes a powerful effort toward goal that strikes Peretz directly in the face. It was a deft touch from Emile Smith-Rowe that teed up Sessegnon at the near post, and he went for power, but it was brave goalkeeping from Peretz, who will need to be seen by the physios. The tension inside the stadium is growing palpable, extra time and possibly penalties looming. Marco Silva is going to make some substitutions. Smith-Rowe makes way for Josh King. A lot of fans have been shouting for this to happen for some time now. Can Southampton nick it at the end? We're into 6 added minutes. Stewart clips a clever pass towards Azaz inside the penalty area. The midfielder cuts inside. Oh, he goes down under contact from Andersen. Cries for a penalty from the away end. What will it be? Referee Jared Gillett points immediately to this penalty spot. It's a penalty. Fulham players and staff protest, but the decision is going to stand. The contact was slight, but it was there as Stewart tried to move away from the Fulham defender. Ross Stewart steps forward with confidence. Here he comes. Go! He drives a penalty powerfully toward goal. Lecomte guesses correctly and gets a hand to the ball, yet the strike carries too much force and crashes into the back of the net. Southampton lead 1-0. The Putney end explodes with celebration. Only minutes to go now. Fulham throw everything forward. Raul Jimenez, who's come on as a sub, nearly connects with a dangerous cross from Josh King. Another change there that some will say should have happened much earlier in the game. Edoze does well for Southampton to take them up the pitch. He tries to poke a pass in for Azaz in the Fulham box, but Lecomte comes out well to intercept. Fulham get the ball down the other side into the box. Oh, Andersen has gone down. He wants a penalty now for a foul by Stewart. It looks like Andersen went down pretty easily and nothing is given. Still we play on. Is there one more sting in the tail of this game? It's all getting a bit desperate. Fulham try to get forward at pace, but Samuel Chukwueze ends up losing the ball, then going into the book for a foul while trying to win it back. Southampton are defending resolutely. And then the final whistle sounds moments later. Southampton's players sprint toward their supporters in celebration. Against Premier League opposition, the Championship side have produced a performance of discipline, resilience and tactical intelligence. They are heading to the FA Cup quarter-finals. Fulham will be disappointed, of course, but were never really in control of the game. They will look back on 2 disallowed goals, the first one being particularly controversial. Questions also as to why Fulham coach Silva left his attacking substitutions until so late in the game. Fulham supporters will also be disappointed. Their team is comfortable in 10th place in the Premier League table. They will have wanted their team to go all out to give them a Wembley dream to cling to in the last couple of months of the season. As it is Southampton who will be dreaming of reliving that amazing FA Cup run and triumph of 50 years ago back in 1976. It finishes here at Craven Cottage. Fulham 0, Southampton 1.